Welcome back to another episode of Who the F***. It's the show that aims to take a deep dive into some of the acts announced for Reading Leeds 2019. In today's video, we're looking at Georgia. She's an electro-pop artist from northwest London. If you've never heard of her before, hopefully this video will help answer the question, who the f*** is Georgia?
We are wicked young fools who behave now, back in the arms of somebody who saved us. We are wicked young fools who behave now, back in the arms of somebody who saved us.
Georgia Barnes, known simply to her fans as Georgia, is an electro-pop artist from northwest London. Don't know whereabouts in northwest London. Like Wembley is northwest London, maybe? And electro-pop just absolutely describes this perfectly. Lauren, my girlfriend, mentions that it reminds her of people like Nicki. She hasn't written this one, by the way. I wrote this one. But she did have an input a long time ago. She said they sound like Nicki and the Dove. Great comparison. In an interview with The Guardian, she mentions being inspired by people like Jai Paul, MIA, Hudson Mohawk, and is a massive fan of Missy Elliott.
I've got a cute face, chubby waist, thick legs in shape.
But I think it would be really easy to draw comparisons to bands like Churches
And if I recover,
and artists like Licky Lee and Robin.
when I get to know ya, and I'm gonna call ya, with late night feelings. Call your girlfriend, it's time you had the talk.
Her father is also Neil Barnes from Left Field.
Fat drummer hit the beat with all his heart.
So I think there has to be some form of input in her upbringing from that. Prior to her career in the music industry, she played women's football for Arsenal ladies. Following this, she had a stint at the Brit School, taking up her passion for the drums. We've spoken about Brit School in some of the other videos. It's one of the most important schools in the UK for some of the biggest talent. A greenhouse, if you will. Incubator. Yeah, I can't think of any other words to describe that. She then released her debut album, eponymously titled Georgia, on Domino Records. Other Domino artists include Arctic Monkeys, Franz Ferdinand, Hot Chip, Fortet, Animal Collective, and many, 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 many more. They're an independent record label based out of London. Love it. She started gaining a lot of traction when Annie Mac featured her record on both her weekly show and her Friday night show, especially with the track About Work the Dance Floor, and started out. Both of them are great and had lots of very good remixes, much more mainstream success for her. Her most popular record is About Work the Dance Floor.
I was just thinking about work the dance floor.
Currently sat on 355,000 views. I have to admit, I thought that would be significantly more. And this is her first time playing Reading and Leeds. She's taking to the dance stage on the Saturday at Reading, Sunday at Leeds, playing in between Barney Fletcher and Jaguar Skills. I have to say I've been a massive fan of those last two releases for her, both About Work the Dance Floor and Started Out. I think they're great, forward-thinking pop music. The good use of samples, synths. She does a lot of it herself. She's very similar in her approach to people like Jack Garrett, and I think there should just be more people like her doing what she's doing. Currently it looks like she could be clashing with AJ Tracey and H, but as I mentioned before, the dance stage sometimes works differently to the rest of the lineup, so let's wait to the Clash Finder before we make that decision. I would love to see About Work the Dance Floor or Started Out live. I think they're really cool records and they've got a really fun sound, but as I said, let's wait until we see the Clash Finder. So on the likely to see scale, I'm gonna go with a 6 out of 10. What do you think? Have you seen her perform before? Are you a fan of her music? Yeah, really good pop music. She borders that line between indie and pop, and she signed to Domino, which is an independent record label, and is an incubator for some great artists. So I'm really excited to see where she goes from here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.